I'm going to be doing a full breakdown of trading last week, and this will give us a little bit of an idea of what we're going to be looking at this week. So without further discussion, let's get into the video. What we're looking at here, we're looking for a buy. Why? The trend has been falling. Well, how do we know when the trend is falling? Well, it's pretty clear. When it's rising, we have higher highs and higher low, and when it's falling, we have lower lows and lower highs. So we start from here. We have the lower low, the lower high. We can consider this a lower low because it broke under this zone. Lower low, a lower high, then a lower low, and then this broke this zone. So this no longer became a lower low, it now became a higher high, and then it came down to create this higher low. As we can see, it didn't go under here, it created a higher low here, thus returning back up to this. So what I was looking for in general was a buy, which is why, as you can see, there was an entry here. Now, what made me set that buy was this. If you simply take Fibonacci, as you can see here, broke above here, so this is a low. If you take the Fibonacci and draw from here to here, what we are looking at is a clear 61 Fibonacci retracement zone, which is what I generally trade. And as the market is, the Fibonacci zone also showed us another entry, which is this support line that I drew. It was a previous resistance turned support. As you can see, it's a very clear entry. Then what was created was an inside bar. If you go down to the 1 hour, also we'll see a beautiful inside bar, clear signal to take, which was what gave me the confidence to take the trade. And I took it, and for a short term I was in profits. However, that did not last long as the market started to fall. As we can see, I ended up hitting a stop loss on this trade. This was very unfortunate. Now, the second entry we had was this. This was the second entry. Wait, let me cancel this so you can see it clearly. Now, being that it has showed that the trend is now falling, no longer rising, you simply take your Fibonacci and draw from here down to the low, which is what I did, and wait for it to touch your 61 Fibonacci retracement zone, which is what I usually trade. I don't trade the 50 Fibonacci for reasons best known to me. I've been in the market for a long time to notice some patterns, so I usually trade the 61.8. Now this is the zone here. What have we noticed? You can see very clear here that this zone is a strong zone. Here it didn't touch, it started falling. Same case with here, started falling, and a couple other zones that show that this place has a huge rejection, or there's huge sellers here. So what I did was set a sell limit rather here, and my SL was roughly above this zone. Let me draw it out so you can see it. My SL was roughly above here, and my take profit was the next support line, which we're looking at roughly 1:7 trade. Now it didn't play out that way. Why? My limit was not activated, and that is what happened for this week. So now it has gone down here and it's doing a retracement here. What are we looking at next week? The analysis is still being done because I believe that the market is going to keep falling, and I believe that it's going to get to my zone, which is here. Let me draw it out again. I believe it's going to get to the zone. Now the previous zone was here, but on the 4 hour we can see that there's a bigger zone that we can look at. So now that it is here, I believe it's going to get here to this zone, which is already marked out, a resistance zone. I believe it's going to get here before it starts falling. Now that is if my bias is sell. That's what I believe. But if my bias is buy, and like I said, I'm still monitoring the market. If it is buy and anticipating that what happened here is a double bottom and the market is about to reverse, then I will be looking for buy entries, which I would not take until I have seen a clear break of this zone. What is going to have to happen is the market is going to have to go up, break this zone, possibly get to here, retrace back before I look for a buy. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the breakdown of the markets for last week and the entries that I anticipate to take next week. If you like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe and share.